Hi there, and welcome to this 93rd live tech Q&A session where I'll be answering some of your tech-related questions. And you can post your questions in the YouTube comments below, and I'll take them over. And we do this every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. India time. And if you're on Twitter, do follow me on Twitter because throughout the week I keep posting about things that are going on. And sorry, guys, for my throat. Something is not right, so I'm sounding a little bit weird. Had some popcorns earlier in the afternoon, and looks like they're not that great. So, anyways, let's start this session. Okay, this is the first question I got is from Udit, and is asking about today the OnePlus 2 has launched. Please share your opinions. Yes, the OnePlus 2 finally it has been revealed today, and we have two variants. One is the 16 gig and the usual 64 gig model. And in terms of looks, I would say it is familiar to the OnePlus One. Yes, now we have a fingerprint scanner at the front. That's the biggest thing. And regarding camera, also I feel they have improved the camera now. It has laser autofocus, and OnePlus is touting that the camera they have really worked on it, but still it's a 13 megapixel shooter, and the front facing is again a 5 megapixel shooter. But they have omitted some stuff. For example, with this OnePlus One, we have NFC support, but NFC support won't be there on the version 2 of the OnePlus. The good thing is that they're going to be launching it in India with the global launch, that is 11th August. For India, it'll be launching on 11th August via Amazon. It's an Amazon exclusive. Just a couple of hours ago, I got an official, press release from OnePlus. So I'll just go over that. And as of now, only the 64 gig variant will be available on 11th. That will be selling for 25,000. There is also one more variant, that is the 16 gig variant. But again, one thing to note is that the 16 gig variant will have just 3 gigs of RAM, and they haven't announced when it will be available. So initially, only the 64 gig variant will be available. That's available for 24,999. That's 25,000. Again, regarding one, we have still a 5.5-inch screen, which is a 1080p screen, like the existing OnePlus. So it's not a quad HD screen. One thing that I have noticed is that it has that new USB-C type port, but one thing is that it does not support quick charging. So it looks like charging the OnePlus 2 might take some time because it has a massive battery. That's a 3,300 milliamp hour. So overall, it's looking like a nice device again, and it will come with Oxygen OS, not Cyanogen module for India. So interesting, and I'll try to get my hands on it as soon as possible. Hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed, trying to get a unit as soon as possible. Just stay tuned to my channel. Anyways, let's move to the next question now. Okay, this is by Anuya Sharma. He's asking me, reviewing the second generation Android One by Lava. As of now, I haven't decided if I'll review that or not. Again, sorry guys, my throat. And I would say, yes, the second generation Android One device by Lava has been just announced yesterday. It was announced, and the pricing is what, 11,000 something, around 12,000, I would say. Don't recall the exact price. And for that price, I feel the specs are not that great. Yes, it's using a MediaTek chipset, but they're using an older MediaTek chipset. Thankfully, it has 2 gigs of RAM. So I would say, regarding camera also, it's 8 megapixel, but they're using interpolation, so it'll be 13 megapixel. The front-facing camera is a 5 megapixel, again interpolation, so it can capture up to 8 megapixel. I would say from the specs point of view, I was slightly disappointed considering the price point. And because it sports just a 720p screen for a 5.5-inch device. And I would say, yes, certainly you can have a look if you are a person who really likes the stock Android experience. But as of now, I haven't decided if I'll be reviewing that or not, because we have too many other devices. The Moto G3 launched just today. We have the OnePlus 2. A lot of you guys were actually interested in the Galaxy J5 and J7. So as of now, I'm not sure if I'll be reviewing that one. And regarding, Anuya is also asking about the pricing of 25,000 for the OnePlus 2. Yes, I feel it's an amazing price for the 64 gig variant, because earlier, even on Twitter and social media, many users were thinking that the 64 gig variant of the OnePlus 2 will be around 28 to 31,000 or so. So glad to see that it's priced very aggressively. I feel 25,000 price point is a very aggressive price point for the OnePlus 2. Okay, this is by Saurabh. He's asking me between which one should I choose between the Moto G third generation that has 2 gigs of RAM, or the J7. Which one and why? Again, I haven't tested both the device fully. Yes, I had the J7 for 2 days. That was the pre-production unit, and the performance was good. Even in gaming, it performed very well. But again, I haven't even touched the Moto G third generation, so I can't comment. Yes, I will be getting the Moto G. I will be purchasing the Moto G today. I think so. It goes on sale from today midnight via Flipkart. So I will be purchasing the Moto G, and I won't go with the 1 gig variant. I'll be purchasing directly the 2 gig variant that comes with 16 gigs of internal storage. That'll be priced for 13,000. I don't think so. Even the 1 gig version that comes with 8 gigs of internal storage just makes any sense. There's a price difference of just 1,000 rupees. And I feel that Android Lollipop, you need at least 1.5 gigs of RAM. So definitely I'll try to purchase the Moto G third generation, and stay tuned to my channel for its overview and the review. And yes, I'll also be reviewing the Galaxy J7 when it's available. It's going to take some time for the Galaxy J7. That's what I've heard, to be released. A week, at least 2 more weeks or something like that. Anyways. Arnold is asking me to speak in Telugu. Sorry, Arnold, I just don't know Telugu, so I can't speak in Telugu. Anyways, this is by Money Kwarnu. He's asking good Bluetooth speakers under 1,500 rupees. I haven't actually tested any Bluetooth speakers under 1,500. This is the JBL Go that I just unboxed last week. I used it, and I already posted its unboxing and initial impression. This is available. I got it on sale on Amazon for 1,600 rupees, but it retails for 1,800 or whatever. As you can see, it's pretty small, and I would say, if compact form factor is really important, this is decent. But in sound, I was not that impressed, I would say. At high volumes, the sound is a little bit muddy. Yes, in terms of loudness for the size, it's pretty loud. But I felt the sound is a little muddy. But for the price, 1,700 rupees, the Bluetooth range was really good. Even when I was in another room, I could use it, and it did not skip. So that way it works, and you can also take or end calls. So for what it offers for the price, it's decent. But in terms of sound quality, I would rate it out. I would say 6.5 out of 10. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This is by Diptam. For performance, which one is better, Windows OS or Android? And is Lumia 730 a good device? Lumia 730 is not sort of old, pretty old, I would say. If you really want a Windows phone device, I would suggest just wait, because Windows 10 is just coming out, and I'm sure Microsoft will be releasing some Windows 10 specific phones, new phones. So if I were you, I'll just wait for that. Again, it comes down to apps and preference. Again, there is no doubt that the quality of apps that you find on iOS and Android is way more superior compared to Windows Phone. And the selection of apps is also a lot more. So again, end of the day, it depends upon your personal preference, I would say. Let's move. Okay, this is my Money Koneru. We get the similar question every time. He's asking between the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge or the iPhone 6. Again, it comes down to OS preference. Which OS do you like? Do you prefer iOS or do you like Android? Again, it depends. I personally prefer Android because Android is way more open, and it allows me, I'm sort of a power user, and the kind of apps that I use are simply not available on iOS. For example, I don't even have to open my phone, and whenever I get a notification, I use a third-party app called Active Display. It just, the notification comes, I just tap here and I can see that. That is simply not possible. Also, with iOS, you are stuck with that icons and icons of row. You can't even use custom launches and stuff like that. So it depends. If you want a very simple ease of use operating system, you're not a power user, you can certainly go with the iPhone 6. It's still a good phone, but I won't recommend the iPhone 6 as of now, because we know that in September the new iPhones will be launching very soon, the iPhone 6s, whatever. So if you really want an iOS, if I were you, I would just personally wait for some time and go with the newer one. But between those two, the S6 Edge and the iPhone 6, if it was me personally, I would go with the S6 Edge, as the camera also is actually much better on the S6 Edge. Okay, this is by Shivam. He's asking which one is better, OnePlus One or the Mi 4i? He's selling Mi 4i, not Mi 4. Definitely the OnePlus One is better than the Mi 4i. I simply won't recommend Mi 4i to anybody. It uses that Snapdragon 615 chipset, which has a lot of issues. Earlier it had heating issues. Now Xiaomi has actually throttled it down, but due to that the performance has gone down. So any day the OnePlus One is much better. If you want to go with the Xiaomi device, go with this Mi 4. It is much better than the Mi 4i. And let's move. This is by Akshat Gupta. He's asking which is better in handhold feel and call quality, U Euphoria or the Moto E second generation? I would say the call quality is better on the U Euphoria than the Moto E. Generally, with the Moto devices, the call clarity was not that great. That's the main problem that I had with almost every Motorola devices that I have tested. In fact, the Moto Turbo had the worst call clarity, I would say. So yes, in terms of call clarity, the U Euphoria is good. Let's see how the Moto G fares in that, because it's surprising to see, because Lenovo is the parent company there, and in the Lenovo A6000 Plus, the call clarity was really good. So I'm a little bit, guys, just give me a second. There's some disturbance. I'll just come back. Okay, sorry for that. My daughter was making some noise. Anyways, let's move to the next one. This Money Corner is asking me, what is your primary phone? Money, my phones, I keep on changing my phones. As of now, my primary phone is this Xiaomi Mi 4 that I'm using. I'm pretty happy with it. I get awesome battery life. That's the main reason that I use. I also have the OnePlus One, and my secondary SIM as of now is on this one. The only reason I'm not using the OnePlus as my primary driver is because in terms of cellular calls, I would say the cellular call quality in terms of clarity is actually better on the Mi 4. So my secondary SIM is on the OnePlus, and my primary SIM as of now is on the Mi 4. Let's let me refresh, guys. Give me a second. Oops, refresh. Tahir is asking, is the Galaxy S4 still worth buying for 16,000 rupees? I would not recommend the Samsung Galaxy S4 at this point, because that phone is going to have heating issues. And still, I had the Galaxy the S4 for almost 2 years. I just sold it 2 months ago, and still it had heating issues with all the updates, etc. So I simply won't recommend the Galaxy S4 as of now. There are a lot better phones. For example, the Mi 4 is much better than that. The OnePlus is there, and Zenfone 2 is there. So why do you want to go with the Galaxy S4? Vijay Raghavan is asking, when will we get the Oxygen OS 2 update for the OnePlus? I'm not very sure about it. I would suggest that check OnePlus forums for that info. Give me a second. Okay, this is by Hari Shankar. He's asking an interesting question. He says, the OnePlus 2 comes with a 1080p display. When most flagship goes with Quad HD display and no NFC, will it be a deal breaker for you? I'm unhappy that the OnePlus 2 has omitted NFC, but it's not a deal breaker. I'm not that picky about quad HD displays. Yes, I have used a lot of phones with quad HD. For example, I used the Note 4 and the Note Edge for quite some time. Even the Galaxy S6, all of these had quad HD displays. But I feel even 1080p displays are more than enough. I feel our industry has become nuts going just for what the sake of what do you say, specs. Even I feel the till 5.5 inch, I would say 1080p is fine. Yes, above 5.5 inches, yeah, you can go for the quad HD. But I'm not that picky about quad HD or 1080p. In fact, I would say as the OnePlus 2 is going with the 1080p screen, that will help in the battery life. Because even the Note 4, if you recall, I had a lot of expectations with the Note 4, but I feel the Note 4, Note 3 has much better battery life than the Note 4. And the simple fact for that is Note 3 had a 1080p screen and the Note 4 has a quad HD. So logically, it has to push up a lot more pixels, and that puts a strain on the battery. And that was the same case with almost every quad HD phone that I've used. It puts a drain on the battery. So I'm not that very picky about 1080p, or in fact, I would say under 5 inches. 5.5, 5.2, or 5. Even 5.5 inches maximum. I feel quad HD is not a must, and simply I feel it's a gimmick. Some of the devices around the 5.1, 5.2 inches mark are going with quad HD. It just puts a strain on the battery. And that's one more reason that I gave up on the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge and I moved to this Mi 4. People ask me why I had the Galaxy S6 Edge. The reason is the battery life. I get almost 2x the battery life on the Mi 4, thanks to that 1080p screen. Give me a second. 1 second, guys, again. Voila. Sorry, guys, extremely sorry. My daughter, kids, friends came and they're making a lot of noise. Anyways, okay. This is by Pallavi Desai. She's asking, what's your view on the OnePlus 2 and what is a USB-C type? OnePlus 2, I've already spoken about my views about it. Again, I don't want to comment too much without testing the device. I'll try to test it out soon. But I feel for the price and what they are offering, I feel it's a very good value. Yes, there are some things that are not there. For example, they omitted the IR blaster, NFC support, and even Qualcomm quick charging is not there. The USB-C type connector is the future, I would say. With the normal USB, micro USB, it can only go in one direction. But with the USB-C type port, you don't have to worry. You can go in either direction. It works. And the USB-C type connector can carry up a lot more charge, and data transfer speeds can be higher. But as of now, the con is with specifically the OnePlus 2 with the USB-C type is that it won't support Qualcomm quick charging. So again, I don't want to comment too much about the OnePlus 2 without testing. I'm trying to get the unit as soon as possible. Okay. This is by Ayush. He says, I want to buy a Moto G. Shall I buy the second generation or wait for the 2015 variant? The 2015 variant, that is known as the Moto G3, has just launched today. There are two models. One is with 8 gigs of internal storage that comes with 1 GB RAM, and that's for 12,000. But I would not recommend you that. There is another model that comes with 16 gigs of internal storage, and that comes with 2 gigs of RAM, and that is priced just 1,000 rupees more at 13,000. So if you really want the new Moto G, I would suggest that you go with the Moto G G3. It comes with the Snapdragon 410 chipset, which is a pretty decent chipset, and I will be actually testing that device soon. I plan to purchase it tonight. I think so. It goes on sale via Flipkart. I'll try to post a link on my Twitter handle, that is at Geekyranjit, later on after the session is done. I'm also going to purchase it for review. And what other devices he asked, can you suggest for under 15,000? As of now, for 15,000, I would say the Mi 4, the regular Mi 4, not the I. The Mi 4 is the best bet. No other phone can even come close to this one in this price band. But again, con, single SIM and no 4G. That are the two things, cons with this device. But apart from that, it's an awesome phone. That's the reason that I'm using this as my primary driver. I have access to even high-end phones, but still I'm using this device. Anyways, let's move to the next. This is by Somajit Sarkar. He's asking about the Lenovo K3 Note or the Eureka Plus. Which one to buy? I can't comment about the Eureka Plus, but I feel the performance might be a hit or a miss, because I have this. This is the Zolo Black, which also has the Snapdragon 615 chipset, and it also has a 1080p screen like the Eureka Plus. Eureka Plus also has the same specifications. And if you watch my gaming review, you'll notice that with the Snapdragon 615 chipset, due to the throttling issues, heating issues, many manufacturers are just throttling it, and the gaming performance was really bad. So I'm a little bit wary about the Eureka Plus. And as of now, again, I don't have plans for that because I'm testing a lot of other devices. But in fact, I was slightly disappointed with the Zolo Black's performance, particularly in gaming. The camera on this Zolo Black looks good, but again, I'm still testing the camera performance. Oops, let me just mute my. That's the reason I don't switch on these phones. Lots of. Okay. This Piyush is asking, is Note 4 a worthy buy? I would say yes, the Note 4 is still a great device. Yes, the Note 5 is going to come out soon. Just mid of August, there is the launch of the Note 5. But I feel I just checked the Note 4 pricing just yesterday. One of my cousins was asking me about it. And I feel the new price online, the lowest I got was 38 or 39,000. And I feel for that price of around 38 to 39,000, the Note 4 is an excellent buy as of now, because I feel, yes, it was highly priced when it launched. It was what, 57,000. Yes, I remember I purchased it for 57,000. So I feel for the new price, that is 38, 39,000, the Note 4 is an excellent buy. Still, it's an excellent phone. In fact, my wife uses the Note 4. A very good phone. Let me just refresh, guys. Give me a second. I think so. Many of you are again asking me about the OnePlus 2. I think so you guys have joined late. That was one of the first questions that I took. So when the session is over, just rewatch this. I won't again talk about the OnePlus 2. Okay, another interesting thing about the OnePlus 2 is that the OnePlus 2 is dual SIM. That's a new thing. I just forgot about it. So now finally it has dual SIM support. Guman Singh is asking, what about Google Cardboard? Is NFC necessary? Google Cardboard is nothing but a cardboard accessory like this. This OnePlus also was selling. So you just put your phone in this and you can download some VR apps. For example, Google also has a cardboard app. So you can just use it and you get a sort of a VR experience. In fact, today the OnePlus 2 event was telecasted in VR. And but I didn't like it. You just put like this, and in fact I didn't like it. After 10 minutes I just took this out and was watching it directly on the phone. That was a much clearer experience, I would say. Much better experience, sorry. This is by Ashish. He's asking, LG G4, is it worth buying? I mean, paying 50,000. I'm in a dilemma. Ashish, I would say that if dual SIM functionality is really important to you and you're looking for a high-end phone, then yes, the LG G4 dual SIM makes sense. But if dual SIM functionality is not important, I would say you can go with the regular Galaxy S6 that's available for about 39,000 or so. Again, watch my review of the LG G4 for the pros and cons. There are a lot of good things about the LG G4, but again, as usual, it's not a perfect device. So again, just watch my review of the LG G4 and weigh down the pros and the cons that I have mentioned and make an informed decision, I would say. Again, the same problem with the S6 and the LG G4. Because of the quad HD displays, the battery life is sort of just okay-ish. Screen on time, I was getting around about 3 odd hours for both the S6 and the LG G4. This is Krishasa. He's asking, when is Lollipop update coming to the Mi 4? Do reply. The frank answer is I don't know. The only person that knows this answer is Xiaomi. So I would suggest that you redirect this question to Xiaomi. And you guys think that these companies share secrets and stuff with me? Sorry, no. In fact, I don't even get many review units from these devices, and they generally don't reveal when this update is going to come or what. So I'm a little bit clueless when the Lollipop update will come for the Mi 4. Again, quite a few of you are asking me about the Moto G 2015, good buy or not. For example, Asing is asking, as of now, I can't say it's a good buy or not. I would say it looks like a decent buy. It comes with the Snapdragon 410 chipset with 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage. But the funny thing is, and that sells for 13,000. And the funny thing is the Lenovo A6000 Plus, which is by Lenovo. Now it's a parent company. Motorola is under Lenovo. That sells for 7,500. So the specs are almost similar. In fact, yeah, the specs are almost similar, I would say. But again, the biggest advantage that we have with the Moto G series is the almost stock-like Android experience. So I will be testing it very soon. So just stay tuned to my channel for that. This is by Hemant Joshi. He's asking, Redmi 2, is it a good smartphone or casual user? 1 GB RAM, is it okay? Or is Redmi a future-proof device? The problem with the Redmi 2 is, yes, it has just 1 gig of RAM. And it works, I would say. It's not like it does not work. But when you do some sort of heavy multitasking and 3-4 apps are running, whenever you switch, there is a delay. Because the fact is that, as of now, 1 GB of RAM is on the lower side. So, yes. If I were you, I would just wait to see if Xiaomi launches the Redmi 2 2 gig version, or go with the other devices that offer 2 gigs of RAM. For example, the Lenovo A6000 Plus, which is close to Redmi 2 in pricing, does offer that. So it is workable. It's not like you can't work with the 1 gig of RAM. But yes, I don't know how will future Android updates work with it, because when I tested the Redmi 2, it ran fine for the most part. But yes, the only thing is when I was doing some heavy multitasking, yes, I was noticing a little bit of lag with multitasking. Okay. This is by Tapesh. She's asking an interesting question. Should I buy the Note 4 or wait for the Note 5? Again, it comes down to your budget and if you can wait or not. We know that the Note 5 will be announced in August 12th or 13th. They are going to announce. So generally after 2 odd weeks, the product gets available. So by end of August or early September, the Note 5 should be available. But again, it's a Samsung product, guys. So initially the price will be really high. I think so. It will be the same price as what the Note 4 was, around 57, 58,000 or what. So I guess you can wait and see. And if budget is not a criteria, you can. But I feel for the new price, that Note 4, now the price of the Note 4 has come down, 38, 39,000. I feel that's a very attractive price for the Note 4. And this is by Sai. He's asking, is the Mi Pad nice device, or suggest me any tablet under 15,000? Yes, I feel for Android tablets, the Mi Pad is the best tablet under 15,000. I've already posted its review, so you can check out that. Overall, the performance of the tablet is very nice, and you get a sort of quad HD screen, which generally you do not get at that price point. And overall, the performance was nice. But in gaming, it uses the Tegra processor. That's an NVIDIA Tegra processor. It heats up a little bit. And I don't think so there is any other tablet as of now that competes with it. I'm currently testing this Samsung Tab A. The only thing is that with the Mi Pad is that it does not have cellular connectivity. So that's the only thing. Uh, the Stab A is functioning fine, I would say, but again, I feel it's on the higher. It costs almost 20,000, and the specs are no way even close to what we are getting with the Mi Pad. It runs on a Snapdragon 410 chipset. Performance is okay, but I feel the pricing is on the higher side for the Tab A. So under 15,000 Mi Pad, but no cellular connectivity, and with gaming, it heats up a little bit. Uh, this is by Rosalie. He's asking which is the most budget-friendly phone for gaming. I feel as of now, I had good experience with the Lenovo A6000 Plus for gaming because it has 2 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 410 chipset, and even the speakers were nice. You can just check out the gaming review that I did with the Lenovo A6000 Plus. I feel that was a pretty good device even for gaming, and also the battery life was decent. This is by Sangeet Shukla. He's asking, what about fitness band? I saw your Mi Band review and you look so impressed, especially with the battery life. Yes, the battery life is really good on the Mi Band. That's the reason I use. But what about other brands like Goki UFit? I am trying to buy the UFit. It's going to be going on sale tomorrow. That is 29th. So let's see if I'm able to purchase it. I'll try to review it. Goki, I am not very sure because from the comments that I've read on Amazon, the battery life is just 4-5 days. That is the main reason I don't like the fitness band that have very low battery life. In fact, I had the Fitbit, which is considered the king in fitness band. But again, I gave up even on the Fitbit because the battery life was just 6-7 days. I want the band which I wear to have very good battery life. I'm actually getting very good battery life on the Mi Band, almost about 45 to 50 days. So that's one reason that I like the Mi Band, because of the battery life. But again, the advantage with the U Fit again is that it has a display, so you can just click on it and you can see the time, number of steps, etc. With the Mi Band, we don't have any display, so you have to sync it with your phone to see how much you have walked, etc. So again, you have to weigh down the pros and cons. If you, again, I'll try to review the U Fit and see how it goes. So guys, I will be ending this session because it's over 30 minutes and my throat is also acting a little bit iffy today. So just bear with me. I don't want to start coughing here on the live show. So again, guys, I'll be ending this show. And again, do remember that we do this every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. India time. And again, if you're on Twitter, do follow me on Twitter at Geekyranjit. So thanks for now. And I hope to see you in my next video. So signing off, guys.